Well, hey guys, DB Rai here, and today things are going to be going a little bit insane in this what-if scenario. That is the sequel, split, alternate timeline to What If Frieza Conquered Kanasa. This is What If Kuso Raditz went back in time. And well, this was a fun little story that rather than in the What If Frieza Conquered Kanasa story where Raditz appears on Earth, already in his Super Saiyan forms, a complete mindless slave to Frieza, complete with a Lord Frieza mask, with all the latest technologies, including inbuilt scouters. Enraged Super Saiyan Raditz, who has had his mind tortured and manipulated to the point that he believes his little brother is the source of all his pain, was sent to Earth to eliminate him, and just as he was about to blow Goku away like he was going to in the original, before Krillin's solar flare saved him in the original, the overwhelming power of Kuso Raditz supposedly sent him back in time. Or perhaps something else is at play here. We don't know yet, it's still too far early in the story, but I think that pretty much implies there is something else at work here. Kuso Raditz is now banished to basically to the beginnings of Dragon Ball, having missed the Pilaf Saga and 21st Tenkaichi Chi Bodokai, as well as the Red Ribbon Army Saga. We are now heading into the continuation of this story, where the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai is about to start. Now, Kuso, which is the slave name Frieza gave Raditz, has befriended one person from Earth right now, and that is this lovely girl named Sapphire. A blue-haired girl with pigtails, likes to hike and explore, who has been sort of helping Raditz and helping him restore his sanity a little bit. Not by much, because he's still out there to kill his brother. However, Sapphire is convinced that maybe meeting his younger brother will give him the closure he needs to put himself back together. She has heard about Frieza from Kuso's tales, and well, it's obvious that this Frieza person is not exactly a nice person, so to speak. So perhaps by helping Kuso realize that this is all manipulation and psychological, perhaps she can inadvertently save the planet. And well, she has been able to provide Raditz that Goku was indeed the runner-up in the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai, and that he also apparently stopped the tyrannical Red Ribbon Army. Doesn't exactly sound like a bad guy to you. And well, this has Kuso Raditz very intrigued, and that there's another tournament coming up, and since Kuso, aka Raditz, is of course a Saiyan, this would definitely attract his brother there like a wildfire. So he's basically flown ahead and is pretty much watching in and waiting for his brother. And well, since Sapphire is pretty much the only friend Kuso has, she pretty much is using a capsule vehicle and taking off in hot pursuit to the said island where the tournament is held, and is hoping to at least somehow try and warn Goku, or at least try to convince Kuso that Goku is no enemy. And, well, needless to say, the tournament has begun, and just like in the original, Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, Jackie Chan are all made it to the quarterfinals, along with the rival to the Turtle School, the Crane Hermit students, Tien and Chaozu. And the tournament pretty much goes off like it does in the original, with Yamcha with his broken leg, Goku beating Panput, Jackie Chan beating Manwolf, and of course Krillin beating Chaozu. And Tien comes to his realization that Goku may have killed Mercenary Tao, one of his mentors, and Tien is declaring vengeance for Goku. All that is pretty much the same, right up until we get to the finals, and this is where, more or less, Kuso has spotted Goku. Now, in between that time, Sapphire was able to sneak herself backstage and actually gets to know Goku quite a bit, and that he doesn't remember anything about his Saiyan family or anything like that. So, as far as Sapphire is concerned, if Kuso kills this child, he's just killing an innocent child. And so she can't allow Kuso to do this, so she does try to stop him, but it's more or less too late. Kuso Raditz has charged the tournament, pretty much making an immediate halt to the end of the tournament. And, well, luckily for Goku, apparently they weren't the only ones to get swept up in this time warp again, because Nappa and Vegeta have come out of nowhere, because in the What If Frieza conquered Kanasa story, Frieza and Nappa also arrived on Earth early in order to prevent Kuso from killing his brother and trying to bring Raditz back to reality. And pretty much has the Nappa and Vegeta betrayal of Frieza early, because Frieza has crossed the line, torturing Raditz and making him unbearably strong like that. It's just something you don't do, and this has definitely crossed the line even for Vegeta, who was turned on Frieza as well, and are essentially good guys in this story. And even though Raditz is at his Super Saiyan power, it's, well, you can definitely see it's not really that good for Nappa and Vegeta, and Kuso does not show any recognition for his former comrades at this point. The best Vegeta and Nappa can do is try and stay out of sight, but don't worry, even more heroes have showed up, as a mysterious boy wielding a sword and lavender hair has shown up, wearing a brown jacket, and this weird TP sort of symbol on his jacket, as well as a certain partner. Now, for this, I'm going to make his partner, well, essentially future Barne. A version of future Barne who has become a time patroller. Now, of course, as you know, Barne is, in most of my stories where we've seen her, the third Saiyan child of Bardock and Gine in any scenario where they have survived. In this case, the What If Bardock Stop Frieza timeline, where the androids essentially kill everybody, and future Barne's the time traveler who warns everybody instead of Trunks, taking over Trunks' role, so essentially she'd be a time patroller as well, and essentially is the partner of Trunks in this story. Okay, does that make sense? I certainly hope so. Moving on. I know, I'm asserting an OC, but hey, this is What If, right? And this is definitely a crazy one. So yes, we've got the Time Patrol, who has sensed who has found out the difference in the timeline and is trying to fix it. And, well, as it turns out, future Trunks and future Barne in their Super Saiyan forms are barely enough to basically withstand Kuso, but eventually Kuso is beginning to show signs of tiring out, and well, they've basically yelled to Nappa and Raditz to basically get Goku and their friends out of there. And Vegeta is wondering why would they be taking orders from this timeline, but considering their scouters are destroyed at this point and their power far exceeds them, yeah, they have no choice but to listen to them. And so as they're essentially out of the way, Kuso is beginning to show signs of getting tired and worn out, and it does actually look like that future Trunks, that Time Patroller Trunks we'll call him, and Time Patroller Barne are about to finish the deed. This would mean that Barne is killing a version of one of her older brothers, but luckily Sapphire was sort of there, and well, considering she's a hiker and explorer and is used to being attacked by monsters and such, she always has a couple of flashbangs and things like that packed for self-defense reasons. She throws this and is able to blind Barne and Trunks long enough that they're able to slip Kuso away, and since they're able to weaken him to that point that they're not going to be able to sense his energy. Thanks to that quick thinking, well, she has essentially saved her friend, and well, she is once again patching up his wounds, and he looks to her, and he's just reminded of so many memories of his mother, Gine, that once again, every time he tries to remember his brother in the capsule, in the birth capsule, well, essentially, yeah, the memories are hurting him because of Frieza's psychological influence, and essentially this affects Raditz a bit, but Sapphire is assuring him that it's all psychological, to fight through it, and just let the memory actually flow through. And well, this is where Raditz remembers the promise that his job was to look out for his brother, and he does see glimpses of Frieza and what he's actually done to him, remembering that part of everything. And essentially, this is Raditz is beginning to realize that he is not what he's been led to believe, but he still has this urge to kill his brother, and it's not quite over yet, but the conflict within him is beginning to show itself. And I think that's where we're going to leave things for right now. So, what do you guys think? Will Kuso be able to become just Raditz again? And what will this mean? Will he then go on to protect his brother? And what if the Time Patrol show up again? What will happen there? And yeah, and how will Sapphire and Raditz's friendship, grow from there? And needless to say, it is definitely growing. And well, as always, leave your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys again next time.